I still think that's one of the creepiest video game loading screens ever. Alright guys, welcome back to Eternal Darkness. Apologies again about the long wait in between episodes of this. The developers of real life still haven't patched out the necessity to eat, sleep, use the bathroom, find income, or something like that. So, unfortunately, I've had to deal with that. But I'm going to try to make up for lost time by reading this note from Edward. The note reads, "My dearest Alex, I'm glad that you followed my paper trail thus far. I knew I could depend on you. This will be the hardest part of your journey. Look for the 88 keys to continue your journey into the past. Your loving grandfather, Edward." Edward's referring to the piano room, where I had that hanged man Sanity effect, so I'm going to head straight there. Now, Chapter 8, which I'm about to head into, really isn't one of my favorites. You play as a rather portly architect by the name of Roberto, and you need to survey multiple parts of the map. If you miss one, you have to backtrack for it, and he doesn't run very fast to begin with, and he can't run very far either, and he has a pretty small magic meter. So, it's not one of my favorites. Chapter 9 is kind of similar, but there's a shit ton of bone thieves, and there's a boss fight at the end, so I think it's a little better. And chapters 10 and 11 are where it really starts to pick up. In chapter 10, I'll get an elephant gun, and in chapter 11, I'll get a grenade launcher, so I'm looking forward to those. Seeing the piano stirred up distant recollections of Paul Luther's story in Alex's mind. The echoes of those notes within the cathedral echo also within her own consciousness. Her hands are drawn to the keys almost of their own accord. It's the same sequence as it was in the cathedral. And the chapter pages in the piano, because apparently that's where you store your chapter pages. Seems normal to me. And this is going to trigger a cutscene.
Who are you?
I am your lord and conqueror.
What manner of forsaken being are you?
So, you can see me in my true form. You are a gifted man. Take this one and use him as the foundation for the pillar. He is special and should be given a special place among the suffering.
Much has been written about the exploits of conquerors. In the context of history, one man's champion is another man's nemesis, hero or murderer. Much has been written, but what has not is far more interesting. The Tome of Eternal Darkness mentions a Venetian artist and architect of the Renaissance named Roberto Bianchi. Roaming abroad to find inspiration, he was captured by a warlord expanding his empire. He forced Roberto to use his architectural and engineering skills to construct a monument to his greatness. To complete his task, he must survey the site.
Survey the site quickly, dog, and maybe you'll live long enough to see the sacrament's construction. Did you think we would trust you, Bianchi? Even though you are graced with the generosity of our liege, you are still his prisoner. As I said, finish your work quickly, and maybe we'll drag you out of this hole.
Roberto must survey the ruins of this ancient temple. The ruins he must survey can be found on the rooms, not ruins, jeez. He must survey can be found on the map. Only when those areas have been inspected can the construction begin. I'll equip the torch right away, because this one is a pretty dark chapter. I believe that... oh, what the fuck is his name? Kareem was in here last time. Is there anyone home? There's always got to be zombies or something down here. Oh look, there's one now. I don't have any weapons, so I'm not confident enough to take him on with my fists. So I'll just run straight past him. Hello, gentlemen. Grab some crossbow bolts. And Okay, no, I wanted to talk to this nice young man. Okay, fine. The structure around here shows signs of stress. It is far from sound. Perhaps with some reinforcement, it might be able to suit the requirements of the monument. I would think that an essential construction project would be to actually have the pillars go up to the ceiling, but, I mean, what do I know? I'm no expert. I can't talk to this guy because he is talking to the pillar. Now's my chance, get him. Or you could just not talk to me. Fine. I taught you, jerk. An old safe lies discarded on a nearby ledge. I looked this up a little while ago and I'm pretty sure it's safe. I'm thinking it might be scythe, but that would just be weird. It'd be like a scythe, but if you couldn't say it properly. I don't think there's anything else in this room. And that's just crossbow bolts in the safe. I was about to say scythe, like, because I mentioned it before and my brain was like, yeah, that's it. You got it. Well done. And this is the most inconvenient checkpoint ever. A lever is situated in the gate? Yeah, it's in the gate. You just have to phase through solid matter. Near the gate. Yes, I'll do it. It's moving right along. I can kill this one with my torch. You're a Zelatath zombie, so boop. This is about as straightforward as it gets. I'll finish you off because I can. Pull a lever to open a door. Door has a lever behind it. Pull the lever. Repeat one more time and you're out. May as well finish everybody off. I've got to keep my sanity fairly high. Hello, good sirs. How are we this fine evening? Simple stuff as always. If I remember correctly, there's like 2 horrors a couple of rooms from now, and it's going to be fun dealing with them. Didn't even see those. I wanted to talk to this guy. You'll want to pick this crossbow up because there are going to be trappers pretty soon. And I think I can talk to this guy. Yes. The man babbles incoherently about worms devouring his countrymen and that Roberta will be next. Well, no need to be such a Debbie Downer about things. Jesus. Dust and rock falls from the roof through a fault in the stone. It is difficult for Roberta to assess how sturdy the place is, but it needs a lot of reinforcement if it is to be built upon. Eventually I'm going to turn that tune that plays every time you survey something or succeed in doing something into my message alert tone on my phone or something. I love the screamy face hallway. Paul Luther's statue is here, as always. Cool. Cradled in, gimme, 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 gimme. Hello, my good man. The worker is surprised to see Roberto. He confesses to cowardice as he stayed behind while others ventured further into the complex. When the screams of the others echoed from the walls, he dared not move. Well, aren't you a big, sissy little baby? Oh, shit. That was lucky. Saw the blues in his eyes. Not the whites, the blues. I think I can pull this sword back out now, because the next thing I have to worry about is most likely a zombie. Most likely. It's going to be a horror, I know it. Wait, I think I know what's in this next room. Spell list. Wait, is it already assigned as a 5-point? It is, okay. I was actually about to make the 5-point enchant item spell, but that would be one of the first things that I would have done as soon as I got the 5-point circle of power, so you can tell it's been a while. Come on, fall over. There we go. Didn't want to examine that, but okay. An abandoned library of sorts. A small collection of rotted, useless books lie amidst smashed pottery and debris. Cool. No, okay, I get the smashed pottery and debris. I like flavor text like that in this game. It gives it a little bit of extra reading material. And it's pretty cool to see the kind of thought that developers put into the game with even minor details like that. It's always the little things that count in a video game like this. Well, you kick the bucket pretty quickly. I think there's something in the center of this room. Yes, it's the Summon Zombie spell scroll. Very cool. You'll need that in a minute, but I'm not going to say how, because it's actually really easy to figure out. Now that was an Ulioth horror, meaning I need my Chikorita aligned enchant item if I want the most damage to it. Okay, grass type, fine, jeez. First Pokemon game I played was Gold. Leave me alone. The north side is blocked off now, there's nothing here. It's just a dead end. I can't even examine anything. And my shield spell should keep me alive. This fight, this Ulioth horror totally beat the shit out of that Chitoga horror. I'm proud. Way to go, son. Son, wake up. Why are you falling over? Son, no. Oh yeah, there's also 2 corpses here you can examine. But the first one is here. A worker's corpse lies amidst a pile of rubble. The man's body had been pulverized by being thrown against the wall with such ferocity that it had collapsed. Well, alright then. Second guy is down here, closer to the door. Another worker's corpse, this time slashed from behind as he ran from his attacker, hoping for escape. Actually spent a few seconds there trying to come up with a pun for that one, but instead I can make a pancake joke here. So I'm sure you figured out how this works by now. If you step into that, you will die, but I'm going to do it anyway because I want to show you what the death scene actually looks like, and plus it's pretty damn funny to see you just completely violate common sense like that. Ravaged corpses litter the room, their flesh has been devoured in places, and decomposition has already set in. Did I tell you about the Wendigo? Ravaged corpses, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay, can I examine this? I cannot. Alright, I'm going to save my game here. Everybody ignore this existing save file, it's from a previous recording attempt. It's been a long time. He just walks in there and happily accepts it. And even my weapon was glowing for a couple of seconds. You could see the green glow, and it just disappeared immediately. Also, this is a good wallpaper for a phone. Just saying. Roberta has perished at the hands of the eternal darkness. With no one to stop their diabolical plans, humanity will surely be annihilated. No. I'm now a smoothie, because I'm stupid and ran under a very obvious trap. And that's this game's most avoidable death, by far and beyond. Actually, this reminds me. This may be the first out of 2 intentional deaths I'll have in this playthrough. You'll see when I get to chapter 12, but this won't be the first time that I'll be dying in this game. Intentionally, that is. It's almost impossible to actually die in this game. Combat's pretty easy. I think that's one of the few things in the game that can actually kill you. Instantly, I mean. Being stun-locked in an earlier chapter is also quite common. In, I think, Elia's chapter, you can get, pinballed between a couple of the blades and take some damage, but it's not really that common. Nice clean slice. Excuse me. There we go. I should probably let some of these guys die normally, because I want to see some more sanity effects, man. I'm depriving myself of this game. And that is not a good thing to do while you are actually playing this game. Now it occurs to me, was that a 5-point shield? No, come on, go down. Okay, it was a 3-point shield. Where's shield? Spell, let's do this, let's do that. Okay. Now that I've done that, well, I don't need to, but I'm going to do this anyway just to be a dick. I think a Mantarok aligned damage field should be good here. Although crumbling in places, the structure of this area could be braced to provide enough of a foundation for the monument. And I know you're thinking, but you just cast a damage field and now you're surveying it. Nah, I'll get to that after this cutscene. Hold your chocobos until then. These guys all have bone thieves in them. And as soon as you survey this area, they all start to attack you. This room alone will probably drain your sanity completely, as you're seeing here. Now, 1 second, sir. Need to enchant my weapon under Ulia. That was the worst stereotypical nerd voice I've ever done. I'm not even sorry. And my sanity is now 0. Look at your bone thief. Now back to me. Now look at my volume. Now back to me. You're funny, game. You're very funny. I was hoping I'd get that one because it actually appears in-game. It's great. Should I finish off the third one? I don't think I want to. No, I'm going to leave him. He'll be alright. I should probably also cast Magic Pool, now that I think about it. I need to go down there as well. Yes. I'll go this way first. My controller just vibrated, and I know what that means. I'll show you in a second once I kill these trappers. That means that there's something hidden in the level. But I'm not going to reveal that hidden thing yet, because I just had a thought that there might be some flavor text. What's in here? Now, these guys are having a fight, so I'd like to leave them to it. I'd like to leave them to it. You fucked that up, didn't you? Thanks, jerk. And you stay there until you think about what you've done. Now, this isn't the first time I've seen this, but it's a Zelatath zombie and a Zelatath horror against a Chiturga zombie. You don't see me. You see nothing. Every time I've played this part in the past, the zombie has won. But that might have just been because there were 2 zombies. And the second one that I just killed didn't notice me. Let's see how this goes. No, the Chiturga zombie's getting his shit rocked. Wow, he didn't even manage to get a hit in. That's rare. Alright, well, I'll just cast this very loud spell behind you. Pay no mind. And backstabber. Whoa, hang on. A moat of molten rock and fire prevents access to room center. Okay. In which a curious shrine stands. Confused by the layout, Roberto ponders its purpose and reason and finds none. That's the kind of flavor text I was hoping for, honestly. And now that I've got it, I can cast a... Where is it? Oh, I think it needs to be 5 point. I'm not sure. But I need to actually make the spell first. Is it absorb area? I think it is. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Cast it under the dominant alignment, and you'll reveal... Oh shit, I don't know. A pathway. Bacon. A pathway to bacon. There is a key placed on the pedestal that glints in the room's soft light. I skipped past that, but it was the Forgotten Chamber key. Can I examine this? I can. The wall is decorated with runes. Great care has been taken to place the scaffolding around the symbols, not to damage them. Obviously, they must be of great significance. Well, maybe if you were here in 24 BC, you might have seen them get some use, but you're a little bit late.
Grandpa. I can't take this anymore.
Don't be so weak, Alex. You have a stronger mind than this. I didn't bring up a weakling, not a scared wretch of a girl.
You kept all this from me. You kept me alone. You shared nothing with me.
I couldn't. I could never give you the burden. I just wanted you to grow up. To grow up and leave me alone. Why couldn't you have been killed with your parents?
This can't be happening.
Well, someone's a bit of a dick. So, now that the Reveal Invisible spell is still going, this is now visible. A sapphire effigy stands inside an alcove set into the wall. I'll pick that shit up. And I'll enchant this under the dominant alignment. Probably because it's a better idea. I say probably, but I have run into every alignment as an enemy so far, so who knows. Ah, come on, game. Give me a sanity effect. Empty my inventory. Blue screen me. Do something. Also, seizure warning. Okay, fine. Don't do anything. See if I care. Before I do this, I should probably head into that other room, though. I'm realizing I never actually summoned the zombie.